Two grown men have never seen The Simpsons. It's America's Barley basket.
Always on your phone. Always on your phone.
I love staying connected. I'm not gonna deny it. Not gonna hide from it. 21st century digital boy.
Mm-hmm. That's a good ass song. I like that song. Listen, I ain't above it. T-Rex?
Well, maybe originally. I know the Bad Religion version.
Okay.
No, what's that? I'm trying to think of what the name of that song you're thinking of is. That's maybe just 20th Century Boy.
Yes.
Yeah. God, that is a fucking T-Rex. That's some good songs.
I don't like Bang a Gong.
Oh,
and I know
really?
that puts me in the minority.
It's been played plenty on classic rock radio, but I like it. I like Jeepster. They're a weird band too. They don't have much of a run. Like they were done pretty quick. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really like the Placebo cover of 20th Century Boy. It sounds like every other Placebo song. It's creepy and weird.
Really nasal singing.
Yeah.
Is that a lady? Is it a man?
You need to stop shouting that at people, by the way. We've been on the road enough.
Accosting people at bus stops.
Grabbing them by the shoulders.
You chick or what? Just getting the boots put to me by people waiting for the bus.
Grabbing a 60-year-old woman by the shoulders. You a chick or what? Clearly a chick.
60-something-year-old men, if they have the right haircut, will start looking a lot like 40-year-old lesbians.
And to be fair, so do 60-year-old women with the right build and haircut. Start looking like everybody's uncle.
There is a tipping point.
Yeah, there is a balancing point.
The truckers refer to it as the vanishing point. You look down the highway for so long.
White line fever.
Yeah, it comes to a point at the end.
You see the black dog.
Starring Patrick Swayze and Randy Travis.
And Meatloaf.
What a cast.
That's a fucking terrible movie.
What the fuck? Was Patrick Swayze thrilled or outraged that Randy Travis and Meatloaf? Does he have the kind of ego that's like, fuck it, I can make this work?
I think this was far enough past the prime that maybe he was just happy to be getting work.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. There's an extra zero at the end of this paycheck.
Yeah.
So you can cast Meatloaf and Randy Travis for all I care. Well, Pat, sit down.
Sit down. We got... Listen, Sways, we got
One in
news.
a million that you nailed that. We got you the trad, we got you the loaf.
And 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Will Randy sing deeper than the holler? Probably not. Oh,
I've been listening to a lot of Randy Travis lately.
Really?
Fuck, he's good.
Where'd that come from? Well, yeah, he's got a great voice.
I tell you what it's from. It's from listening to Keith Whitley a bunch, and then Spotify's like, you might also like.
I don't know who Keith Whitley is.
Brother.
Oh, boy.
You need to treat yourself.
Here we go.
I don't know if that's your kind of country, but boy, is it my kind of country.
Does it sound like it's from the 50s or all the songs about murder? I love that kind of country.
No, it kind of has, because he died around 89 probably.
Okay. I thought this was a new artist,
no.
so I'm already not.
Like 80, he only had like a 4-year run. Like I'd say 85 to 89 roughly. Lori Morgan, remember her?
Oh, of course.
She was married to him when he died. So like they were like a up and coming country power couple.
Okay.
I think his blood alcohol was 0.42.
Holy
when they
moly.
found him. Yeah.
That's bigger than you want it to be.
Yep, that's a big old number.
That's a holy shit. I didn't know it could be that number.
Right? Yeah. Well, they talk about like you have to be drinking so hard for so long to be able to consume that much alcohol without passing out.
Right.
You know? Like, because that's insane that it got to that point before he finally keeled over.
Like, you need to be running at a 0.2 all the time just to be able to get to 0.4.
Yeah, I think he was at that level where you wake up, you grab a bottle of vodka, and you're just drinking vodka as long as you're awake.
Brutal.
Kind of like, yeah. Got that, like, starting to age in dog years, because, like...
Starting to be pickled.
Yeah. And you do one of two things. You either bloat or you turn into a skeleton.
Yep.
And he turned into a skeleton. He fucking 6'1", 120 pounds by the end.
Yeah,
you know?
you either swell up, you either look like George Jones or Iggy Pop.
Yeah, right.
Lori Morgan, big hit. What would have been her big? Well, War Paint, I know was
that was a big album.
Yep, that was and that's a title track. That for sure was a single because I remember the video.
Oh boy, her videos.
Lori Morgan's videos
My
were
pants hurt.
really something.
Something in Red was a.
Oh sure.
I should start singing that.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should.
I either clear that place out or I get my ass kicked. The men are either scared or pissed. I'm getting off the stage, walking up to guys at the bar. I'm looking for something in white. Something sure to delight.
Yeah, you're getting stuck with a broken long neck is what's happening. Holy shit.
Got stabbed again.
Oh, no.
This song doesn't count. I get another one.
Oh, look, something in red.
The irony.
As you black out and face plant. He makes that pun every time. Don't give him any attention. It's what he wants.
She had that song, Watch Me. Like, just watch me. Kind of like a sassy breakup song.
Oh, sure, yeah. I vaguely remember that.
One of those, I saw her live. That's the life I'm living. I saw her and Pam Tillis's Sassy Gals tour.
Holy
where they
shit.
sit and they dish on Nashville and have a little back and forth. It is delightful. Me and my mom had quite the time.
Amazing. Went to the Sassy Gals country tour with your mom.
Pam Tillis. Fuck, Pam Tillis got some bangers, too.
I'm glad you were talking about her music.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what you were saying immediately.
A petite woman. What were Pam Tillis's biggest hits? Maybe it was Memphis. God, I didn't sing that. Oh, I'd butcher that. She's got a high-pitched voice.
Maybe it was 7
I sound like a pretend cartoon witch when I can't even approach those notes anymore.
Maybe it was you. Maybe it was me, but that's all right. Is he doing Steven Tyler?
You would have, if you heard that from the outside of a bar, you'd just walk back to your car.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what's happening in there?
I put on my fucking good boots for this. I'm going home. Holy shit.
Yeah, Keith. Getting back to Keith Whitley, I can't stress it enough. Keith Whitley is fucking a gem.
Yeah.
Like a once-a-decade level talent. Like, yeah, I just loved rail vodka.
Who among us?
Who
hasn't
danced
been
with Lady Phillips? Comrade Karkov.
Man, between last week and this week so far, we could be sponsored by fucking Phillips.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chase has danced that devil's dance plenty
Yeah.
of times.
Oh, thanks again to our buddy Chase for last week.
And I'm with him. I do remember being at a point in life where I would think to myself, you know what? Extra 50 cents for Karkov, you've earned it.
Oh, boy.
$9.49 instead of $8.99. Getting enough vodka to kill you for $9 is wild. Mm-hmm. Like, that is so much booze.
Welcome to this liquor store. This will kill you if you drink it all. Yeah. That'll be $9. Have a nice day.
I wonder if in some neighborhoods where the alcoholism and like the homelessness is so rampant, they don't sell certain sizes.
Sizes, yeah. Or maybe it's really expensive.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Like,
can you price the hobos out of the alcohol?
Like, I could totally see that if in a year period 4 people drink themselves to death in your parking lot, they're either going to shut you down or you compromise and you don't sell anything like that anymore.
I mean, they swooped in and made Four Loko change their recipe. Yeah. Like, enough bad shit happens, they can do something about it.
That buddy of mine was at a work event. Like, no one else knew how bad of an alcoholic this guy was, but he won like a fancy bottle of fucking Jack Daniels, some collectible thing, big 175, big jug. He just dipped out, went to his car, and drank the whole thing and almost died.
Holy
in
moly.
the parking lot of the hotel they were having their work Christmas party.
Jesus.
Yeah, and everyone's like, you can't give JJ booze for a door prize.
Right,
like,
yeah.
There's things about him that you now all know, but like...
You can let him win a sippy cup full of alcohol.
Yeah. Even a traveler, he'll just get hammered, but he won't die.
Yeah, that's... When I worked at that liquor store down on 13th Avenue by that Cashwise, like, all the hobos buy small bottles because they know if they buy a big bottle, they'll drink it all.
And I bet maybe not in Fargo, but you live in real deal Skid Rows.
Yeah.
I bet you don't want to get too drunk too early. You can't overdo it because someone will rob you.
Yep.
You know, like, I bet you got to wait till it's 2 a.m. before you finally brown out.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they are going to drink to excess. It's not like they're just one camo for me. I'm counting carbs.
One camo for me.
Ooh, I couldn't have another.
Oh, I just couldn't.
Oh, you know, the holidays, that extra weight, you know what, heck. I've had a week. Give me another fucking King Cobra.
I remember the one hobo that would come in, the one homeless guy almost every day. Is hobo bad? Can I say hobo?
Feel free.
Okay.
We're taking it back.
We're in good company.
Yeah.
No one listens. The one homeless guy, he would come in every day. Ben was his name. Super nice guy. Like, just the very nice, very cordial, very polite.
Yeah, some homeless guys are very...
Like, almost was like, I'm so sorry to bother you. Like, real didn't want to put you out.
I bet what it is, when you are always asking for things, you learn to be very personable.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like...
And he would tell us stories. He would sit and bullshit. If it was dead in there, he'd bullshit for an hour if you let him. Yeah. And he explained his entire routine. He's like, I go to that intersection because I know the red light there is real long. And it is. That one by where the Hooters used to be.
Oh, yep.
And he goes, and I panhandle until about evening starts to come, sun starts to set, and I come over here and I see you guys, and I buy myself a bottle, and I take that and I'll drink that. I'll save enough change to where I can make a phone call at that payphone over by Bucks, because there was still that payphone by Bucks over by that Wendy's.
Yeah.
And he's like, and once I got a good buzz going, I will call the police and tell them I'm drunk in public and need picked up, and they'll throw me in the tank for the night, and I will get out the next day and head to my corner again.
What the hell?
And he's like, and it starts getting cold around October. Around about that time, I usually I'll hop on a train and I'll see my buddies down in Colorado. And I got some friends in Phoenix. And I'll do the same thing down there. I'm like, what a little life you got here. Look at you go.
Interesting. I wonder if it's better sleeping conditions in a drunk take than the homeless shelter. Well, you can't go there drunk. You can't be drunk. There you go. That's the answer to that, yeah. Because wasn't there a big fight in town because someone wanted to build one where you could be drunk or high, and everyone's like, we don't want that in our neighborhood. Like, yeah.
Sure, it'll just be in your neighborhood on the sidewalk.
Yeah, right.
So have fun with that.
Yeah.
Idiots.
I mean, it would be hilarious to be on your porch and just watch the the year-long zombie pub crawl.
Yeah.
Have Thriller playing on a loop.
They're doing the moves. They know them.
Teenagers are shooting them with paintball guns. Come on, guys. Come on.
It's inhumane. Yeah. Come on. They're human beings.
Someone gets hit with a potato gun, you're going to kill somebody. God damn it, Travis.
You got to turn the pressure down on that tank. Yeah, that thing was humming.
They are people. How confused would you be if you got hit with a potato gun when you've been drinking wine all day?
Right in the sternum. Boom.
Oh, my God. You would have assumed you died. Like, oh, no. Free potato?
That was the best day of my life. You pick it up off the ground, put it in your pocket.
Thank you, Potato Lord.
Another day of praying to Potato Jesus paid off. Always figured it'd be the distilled potato that got me, but
an old russet. My old formidable foe.
Yukon Gold even sounds like a villain's name.
Holy fuck, man! You've there is potential for humor there, but God, it's heartless. Just taking advantage of the homeless. I can tell you right now, you're sitting next to a man who did watch all of bum fights.
Oh, of course you did.
Even at a young age, though, it's just like, oh my God.
I don't like this.
Why are you making that guy get a face tattoo?
Yeah,
like,
that sucks.
Yeah. Oh boy, this is rough. But, yeah. I think I had a buddy that bought it. You remember there was ads for it. You could
you could buy the DVDs.
Yeah. I think we had the VHS.
Oh boy,
bum fights on tape. Holy shit!
I have never seen a frame of bum fights.
Yeah. Oh really? You feel different afterwards.
To be fair, that's all my fucking Twitter experience has become ever since that shithead bought it. They took all of the restraints off of everything on Twitter, and all the advertisers left. So it's just the wild fucking west.
Really?
Now. Like, I'll be scrolling along. 80% of the things I see are from people I don't follow, and it is almost always check out this fist fight in this Burger King parking lot.
Oh, I love shit like that.
Well, fucking sign up for Twitter, baby. That's where it's at.
I've never been a Twitter guy. Maybe now's the time.
I was such a Twitter guy, and then it all fell apart now.
God, I love a Burger King fist fight.
Oh, sounds like a Death Clock song.
And like, there's always someone you want to lose. Someone's the asshole. Usually,
sure.
Sometimes it's two normal people that have a history, or they're both shitheads. But when the loudmouth shithead gets his ass kicked, it's such a glorious day.
Oh, man, when that skinny white kid that was saying the N-word got hit with that twisted tea all those years ago, man.
One in a million. To hit him that flush in the face and to have it break like it did.
It has maybe never gotten better ever since.
And how the guy drops it. He flubs it. Yeah, he fucks up right away. Skinny white kid tries to kick it, misses. That guy picks it up and fucking fluid motion overhand smashes a fucking unopened 16-ounce twisted tea on that guy's face. Not 24-ounce. That was a big walk-around can.
That might have been a 24.
How fucking bad would that hurt? Holy shit, that would suck.
God. Whew. That's you shut down the internet after that video. We're done.
You can't get better than this.
The only thing that would be better is if he hadn't flubbed the flip, because he flips.
He flipped,
just for a little flourish. No reason. Yeah. He just gives a little flip, like, here we go. Like, man, if he hadn't have duffed it, like, that's what brings it down to a 9.9 and not a perfect 10.
Maybe you realize you got to have the top of the can facing outwards or it'll spray back at you.
I think it was purely stylistic. I think it
what
was
a bold choice.
An aesthetic choice, I think, is what it was. I think he knew that he had the situation under control, because that kid is shithoused.
What a thing for that guy at home. Black, broken nose, busted up teeth, black
orbital
eye,
socket.
Terrible fucking hangover. And all of a sudden you see that trending. Like, oh, I fucked up.
No.
I shouldn't have done what I did.
I'm going to get fired from Dairy Queen for sure. You're coming to... It smells like tea. What is this smell?
A little sticky. I don't like any of this. Did I get in a fight? Ooh, I clearly lost a fight. Oh, my. I had quite the Thursday.
Holy shit.
All of my shit lately is just endless, like, car crash videos. I get so much of that shit.
Weird.
Right? Yeah, like.
On what? Instagram
or Facebook or fucking, yeah. Like, it's just endless. And you know why, though? Because when I find one, I watch the next 20.
Well, yeah, you're doing that to yourself then.
Yeah, but I don't know I'm sure there was just one that crossed my path.
Yeah.
That's just, a lot of them, I was like, what happened to cause this? I like just to try to look deep into the camera. Like, what happened back there? Like, or like plane disasters. Gee, they must think I'm like a 14-year-old lunatic. I'm on some kind of government watch list.
You want to see stuff crash?
Another boat sink.
If it ever just feeds you that movie Crash, let me know, because you can't find it anywhere. It's not streaming.
Weird sexy Crash or boring Oscar bait?
Who are you talking to?
Matt Damon or James Spader crash?
James Spader, 100%.
The James Spader crash doesn't exist anymore? Or?
I don't think it's streaming anywhere.
Really?
I've looked for it pretty recently.
Can you buy it on Amazon, you think?
I don't think so.
I used to own that on
last I
VHS. Got to keep all that fucking analog media.
What's that director's name again?
Cronenberg.
Cronenberg. There we go. God, Crash is a good movie.
Great date movie.
It's not a date movie.
You get off on people getting fucked up in car wrecks? What?
Sorta.
She said sorta.
Do you like Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good ass movie.
James Spader, what was the drama he's been on? He was on like a successful drama, The Blacklist.
Blacklist, yep.
He's often seen just milling around Fargo.
Really?
He married a Fargo woman.
Huh.
Yeah, so it's just like
just shows up.
Just fucking you're fucking eating Thai ice cream, all of a sudden it's fucking Blacklist next to you. Like
what the fuck is Ultron doing here?
Motherfuckers in less than zero.
I love Crash. Can you get me a copy? It's not streaming anywhere. Just shouting this at him at Silver Linings Ice Cream.
Eating ice cream next to motherfucking Stargate. What up? Just pushing yourself into his bubble, just pushing the cone up against him. Say what's up, Stargate.
That's not my name. He seems like a very timid, like mild-mannered man.
Yeah, especially for a guy who can play an evil prick.
Psychopath. Yeah.
I think when he was young, he always played the rich piece of shit kid. Like
I always think the same of like Gary Oldman. I bet in person he's just this nice, soft-spoken, just regular little man, and then he's a lunatic on the television. You know,
I've heard multiple times that people can't believe it when they meet Danny McBride.
Yeah,
that you're not some loudmouth fucking horse's
he's
ass.
Not Kenny Powers.
Yeah, and he plays that in every movie. Like,
he's
like a super sweet, thoughtful guy. Like, it's like weird. Like someone's just like he's like a get you a gift just because kind of guy. Like,
I saw this and thought of you.
Fucking with me.
Am I going to open this up and it's full of bird shit that you have somehow collected?
Nope, just a nice guy.
Oh, speaking of Gary Oldman, did you see the auction going around the internet? They're auctioning off his bright red armor, his Vlad the Impaler armor from Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, no shit.
And I saw that bid's about $4,200, which seems shockingly low.
There you go.
It's full size. You could just set that thing in your house. Terrify your cat.
What a thing to own. It's funny. I've never seen that movie, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I can't believe you've never seen that movie. It's so good.
Never seen it. That's one that just kind of always... I don't even remember having the itch to see it. I've always heit's good.
It's so
and I like
good.
horror movies.
It's outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a horny film. That movie's here to fuck. Like it's so good. Oldman is great. Yeah. Keanu's great, except for his terrible English accent. Winona Ryder's awesome. Everybody's great.
Is that about it for big names in that?
Billy Zane. So yes, that's about it for big names.
I'll stand up for Billy Zane.
Is it Billy Zane?
Yeah, or I don't know.
It might not be Billy. No, it's not Billy Zane. It's the guy who was the Rocketeer. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. I know the white man, dark hair.
Yep, that's him. Carrie Elwes?
How do we pronounce that name?
John Elwes?
Yeah.
He's in there.
Well, that's a hell of a cast.
That might be all the bangers.
I think like Billy Zane's first introduction into a U.S. film was his role in Tales from the Crypt Presents Demon Knight. He's the devil in that.
I've never seen it.
Really? It's fun.
What is my cultural touchstone for Billy Zane?
The Titanic would be the big one.
Sure. Sniper, I bet, would be the other one.
Is he the young guy in Sniper with Tom Berenger?
Yep.
He knows shit. I didn't know that.
And then I think the rest of the Sniper movies are him.
Okay.
And not Tom Berenger. I think that becomes his franchise.
They gave him a superhero movie in the mid-90s.
Phantasm?
The Phantom.
The Phantom, there we go.
Where he was the face on the box.
Yep.
And that movie went nowhere. But who did they think that was for?
Isn't Phantom like an old 40s
40s
superhero? Yeah.
I think maybe
Probably a radio play at some point.
Do they think because was it maybe Darkman, something like that? I might be wrong though. Darkman might be current.
I think Darkman might be an old one too.
Yeah, I feel like it is. The Darkman, it's not like that was a huge hit. I think it did okay.
I think it did well enough to get a couple sequels, didn't it?
Direct-to-video sequels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson?
Was the original one at least, yeah. What's the premise there?
No idea.
He gets in some hideous accident, but he gets some kind of thing, like a serum that'll fix him, but it makes him have bouts of rage. Something I fucking remembering a movie I saw when I was 12.
This is the worst podcast anyone's ever heard. Welcome to two middle-aged men half remembering movies from 30 years ago.
Half remembering Darkman.
Yep. Holy
is that
moly.
Liam Neeson? Kind of. What does that even like? You should have an answer to that.
Welcome, if you're somehow still here, to America's Barley Basket. Holy fuck.
Welcome, everyone.
I'm Marlin, that's Nathan, and we're in a motel room.
We sure are.
There's 2 beds at least.
Beds.
That's good.
Yeah. I almost I was going to click the first link. Almost got us 1 king.
Oh,
and then
but we're 2 kings. How would we manage?
Well, I'm sure there's a way human bodies fit together. That's not all human bodies fit together.
No.
There's a reason most gay fellas are svelte. Makes it work a little better.
It ain't like Legos. You can't just push them together till they click.
Oh, some have tried.
Holy moly.
Our jail system is full of men who have tried.
Click.
Yeah. Just living for that click, brother.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah, just lying in repose on a hotel bed in Devil's Lake, North Dakota.
In the same motel where not 2 years ago I slept in a room that had no heat. And to let you know how Nathan operates, here we are in this same motel again. He booked in the same place. If having no heat in January isn't enough to push your business elsewhere, Nathan, I don't fucking know what is.
That lady had a rough one. God bless her.
I had a rough one. I almost froze to death that night.
So much exposed tit. She was in a state of... She had been thrown out of a moving car earlier that day.
The armholes and neck holes of her oversized T-shirt were so big.
How did she know how to put it on? Holy fuck. If she shoved her body through the neck hole and just to stick it out of the base hole.
That thing had no sides like the cutoffs that Scott Hall used to wear.
She was wearing a fucking throw over your head fucking pro wrestling T-shirt.
She come through the door, the Wolfpack theme's playing.
Just rips it off Hogan style.
Flicks a toothpick at you, slicks your hair back.
That hair was greasy. It could have been pushed back.
Oh, that was hard times, but here we are again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have to poke her head in tonight, see if Nip Nip's in there.
Bet that's not her name.
Let me see one of them big old bologna slices. Come on. She's thinks you're flirting. She's into it.
Come on, baby, dump them.
Okay, just a little. Half a slice just for you.
Jesus Christ.
You walk in on that. These 2 middle-aged people having a little back and forth. He's showing her his nips. Like Hershey Kisses.
Oh, no.
Bologna and chocolate together at last.
Oh, what do you... No.
I don't want her not to find love. She deserves it.
Don't paint me into this. No. You are...
Aromantic, I think, is the word
You
they
are
use.
not going to paint me as someone who hates love. Because I don't want to see Granny Nip Nips in this hotel office.
Young, vibrant woman. She was in her late 40s. Those nips at high miles.
A lot of miles. Beat up.
BB gun, bullet hole. What's happening? Woodpecker? Something. You sleep outside a lot.
Bad accident at the farm implement dealer.
That does look like a square baler tooth.
Catch one of them titties in an auger.
Those are forged from iron.
Hard times for that woman.
Well, we'll invite her over.
I hope she's doing okay.
Oh, goodness. Should have got her name. You know, it's an impersonal society we live in.
Yeah, yeah.
Be nice to attach a name to the story.
Too busy watching fucking Sonic drive-through fist fights.
Yeah. I love the occasional one where the fight is behind the counter. Employee on employee violence.
Oh, I rarely see that.
Yeah.
Usually if it's behind the counter and a customer has jumped to the counter.
Yeah, which is a grave mistake.
Uh-huh. Now it's an away game.
You're on their turf. And while they might not like each other, when there's a common enemy, they team up like nobody's business.
Yeah.
That's a good chance to get fryer grease thrown in your face. I've seen enough Roadhouse movies. I know how quickly that can become a weapon.
Boy, it's even got a handle.
Yep,
You could probably swing a fryer basket pretty hard.
Christ, that would suck. Get hit with one, I think, to wake up from a hangover. You get a waffle burn pattern on your face.
Oh, I smell like French fries.
There's like jalapeno poppers in here. I'm not eating jalapeno poppers. Look in the mirror. I'm the jalapeno popper.
Oh, no.
The metamorphosis has begun.
Now we're back to Cronenberg again. Holy moly.
Waking up in a fucking McDonald's dumpster. Sun's just rising on a Sunday morning. Holy fuck.
I would stop and get some of them little burritos if they'd sell me some.
Some employee opens the dumpster, does see you, and still puts the garbage on top of you.
Trash in there.
Yeah. You're not worth saving.
Can I have some of those little burritos? Boom! Slams the lid back closed. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all Twitter is all just fights for me. I remember when I first signed up for TikTok a few months back, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 months ago. I was like, I am never going to like a video. I am not going to follow anyone. I want to see what the algorithm thinks that I want. Knives. So many knife videos. Just dudes flipping open knives going, yep, that's a sharp one. Next video. Like, here's this one. It's got rivets and it goes with a carrying case and it's got this side is serrated and next video. Check this knife out. Like, I don't know why it defaulted to. I still get fucking knife videos every once in a while.
Interesting.
Now it's judging based on what have you watched to completion, you know? So now it's getting a little better.
Oh, okay.
But it'll still every once in a while be like, here's how you start a fire. It's like, I don't need to start. Why am I in this weird survival folder?
Yeah.
Why'd you guys send me down this pathway?
I could start watching shit like that.
Of course you could.
How will you? You know what's a random one I've gotten into? Some dude in with a fucking 1994 1-ton diesel is trying to drive to the North Pole, or maybe like the northern edge of Alaska,
okay,
like where you can't go anymore. And he has like a little cabin camper, that he built in the back, and just him figuring out what it's like up there. Like one time he made the mistake of shutting it off. In the middle of the Arctic Circle,
gel up on him.
35-year-old diesel, like he's like, I'm gonna run out of propane. Getting pretty cold up here. Like,
Jesus.
I saw some trucker. He said he'd be coming back through tomorrow. I sure hope he does.
Holy moly!
Yeah, like I think at one time he measures a 72 below on the trip. But one of the last ones I saw, he figures he can't go any farther, so he's like, I'm sorry, guys. Like I just can't. Like I'm gonna have to head south for a while. Like, and by south I mean like a little bit farther south into Alaska.
Right, yeah.
Like, it's not like he's going to fucking Kansas or something like that, but like, it is fascinating. Just the little life that exists up. They just find a little fucking forest fucking, you know, like scientific outpost thing.
Yeah.
There's oil shit way up there, you know, like fucking, there's some matter of trucking, you know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's fucking wild. I find it very fascinating. Like
That kind of remote shit, I agree, I think is very fascinating. When I worked for a company that made like routers, like wireless routers and satellite interconnectivity stuff. And we got a ticket for an order one day. It was, if you imagine Alaska, it has that weird tail, the archipelago of islands that reach over towards Russia.
Yeah.
And it's a science station on the last one.
No shit.
That used to be a listening station. It used to be a radar station for spying on the Soviets. And now it's like a science, like we study wildlife and shit.
Oh,
and they're
really?
on that island and they needed a new router. And I remember I called and talked to the guy. And I was like, is this address right? Like, what is happening right now?
I bet he gets that a lot.
Yeah, and he's like, yep, it's right.
I assure you, if you put that down, it'll get to me.
I was like, okay, you send the router back, and he was doing a return and getting a replacement, and I was like, and we'll ship this out, and let me see here, it'll be there, let's see, today's Thursday, should be there Monday morning. He laughed so hard. He's like, no, it won't. Yeah. I'm like, no, we do like 2 days. So usually, 3 maybe over the weekend. And he's like, nah, man, the mail plane comes once a month.
Bless your heart.
What a life those people are living.
Yeah, I think that's like a big bird thing up there. A lot of birds that's where they lay their eggs on those islands, you know, like
birds love islands.
Yeah, they do. And the Aleutian Islands, the only land of ours that the Japanese took. The Japanese briefly landed on a couple of those Aleutian Islands. We fought up there. We fought the Japanese up there.
You're shipping out to Alaska.
Yeah, right.
What?
But like weird Alaska. It's not really all that cold.
It's not the fun one.
Yeah.
What?
It's a lot of birds.
Or it's rocks. It's rocks and birds.
Don't slip on the eggs. They're everywhere.
What? Just constant.
You're on a plane? What? You land? What?
In the Fallout games, that's where the nuclear war starts with China, is in
really?
Alaska. The front is in Alaska.
Interesting. Huh. Getting back to your knife videos.
Okay, yep.
Were you ever a knife boy?
I have owned 2 or 3 butterfly knives in my life.
Okay.
But that's it. No
dragon blade?
No
katana? Have you ever owned a katana?
No, I have not. And have never wanted to.
A bow staff?
No.
Yeah, nunchuck?
Are you going to go through all the turtles?
Yeah.
No.
You have never danced in an apartment swinging size in the air?
Nope, not once.
Oh, really? I thought maybe a young Marlin might have been into...
I have never felt the allure of the nunchaku. Yeah. No.
You're just staring at him behind the glass. Like, nothing. Just walk on.
I want there to be so bad.
You put your hand on the glass.
I'm breathing on it. They just don't speak to me.
Yeah, I wish I could dance the dance of the nunchuck.
I feel like even as a teen, I would walk past that table at every winter show or fucking convention that's like fucking Royal Flush throwing stars. They all look like playing cards, you know, and been like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Like I've never wanted, except there's something about a butterfly knife that speaks to me.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. It's like a toy.
Yeah. I the only knives I've ever owned are butterfly knives. Yeah.
But outside of that, like always carried a jackknife in my youth as a tool, you know, because you always needed a knife sometimes. And that's the name of my new album. You always need a knife sometimes. And like, you know, a skinning knife for deer hunting and, you know, just purely utilitarian outside of the flurry of chrome that is
no
the
room
butterfly.
in your home covered in weaponry.
No. I don't have that weird like hanging thing for the katana and the tanto underneath it.
Yeah, gotta keep them separate. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna dunk on someone for having it if that's your thing. It's like, it's just not my thing.
I will have a tiny, like, and then it's gone. Flare up of judgment.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
like, you fucking ninja sword, get out of here.
Yeah,
Okay,
it is
okay. Wait,
fucking-
this person's your friend. Hang on.
This is incredibly dorky, but
Yeah.
I'm a grown man who collects basketball cards.
I love lots of dorky stuff. Yep.
So who am I? But yeah, that is a flavor of kid though that just loves that shit. I had a buddy that was that kid. Fucking
I had a buddy who was that kid
swinging
too.
nunchucks against a fucking poor ass old elm tree in your backyard, beating all the bark off that tree. Taking 50 years off that tree's life.
Going to hardware stores and buying dowels to do sword practice.
Oh, fuck.
I had that friend.
Often, because it makes sense, these are often the kids that also love martial arts.
Yep.
Like karate and
Yeah,
stuff like
in
that.
Taekwondo, it's way too late.
Yeah.
A lot of ponytails in this group.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of skinny, fat people.
Yeah.
I always wonder, you put me in a different environment if I could have become a karate kid. Not like the karate kid.
But a karate kid.
I don't think so. I think it was too much standing around listening to someone talk. A lot of hollering.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, if it's one of those nature versus nurture arguments, like if we just picked up baby Nathan out of the maternity wing of the hospital and dropped him in fucking Los Angeles, you know.
Like what and I had a parent or an uncle that loved karate. Like, hey, let's start taking lessons.
Or you passed a dojo on the way to school every day.
Yeah.
Would you have felt the call of the nunchaku?
Little kid me, when I found out, like I probably saw it on Karate Kid that you could take karate lessons. I'm sure part of me was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been enough for me to stick with it, you know. Like,
We've talked about it before. I grew up at the height of Ninja Turtles. How did I not want a sword?
Yeah.
Or nunchaku?
Yeah. You fought it the whole time.
Yeah. The dorkiest shit I ever did in my youth, and this is like early teens, like 13, 14, I made a wrestling dummy. I took an old pair of coveralls, full body coveralls, and took baler twine and tied the wrists and ankles shut, and then stuffed it with old blankets, old clothes, so it's soft, and now it's packed tight in the shape of a body, and then zipped it most of the way up, but then put a hoodie in there.
Oh, that was my next question. Okay.
And I had a novelty basketball, like a small basketball for the head, and tied that hood shut so tight that it couldn't get out, and I had a wrestling dummy.
For like amateur wrestling or pro wrestling?
Oh, we were doing elbow drops and shit. We were pro wrestling.
What's the most complicated? You ever do like a Northern Lights suplex? You hold the back bridge?
I could throw a fisherman's. I could throw a perfect plex. Probably not holding the back bridge as a chubby boy, but getting fucking frog splashes out of the tree. I'd throw down. I was doing it.
What a thing for someone to drive by and witness.
Ain't nobody driving by where I come from.
Or if they are, they're in no state to be looking out the window. They're just staring ahead, bleak.
Where our backyard was, you had to drive with purpose for a couple of miles to get to our home. The farm to market didn't run past our house. Yeah, that was my version of being the Karate Kid.
Holy fuck. The UPS guy walks up, thinks there's someone sitting on the patio. You burst out of the patio door full Ultimate Warrior garb.
Got the streamers on the arms.
Fucking clothesline him and yourself over the edge of the patio.
Playing the music on my Walkman.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave this package here. I'm going to say no one was home. You're looking at him to give the 3 count, all happy and excited.
I'm pinning the leg looking at him. Come on.
Got him wrapped up over here.
I've got it in the figure 4, but then he rolls it over. Oh no, he's reversed it.
You got him in a small package, you lose your balance, and rolls over, he beats you.
I'm mad. I'm coming at him, giving the 2. Like, no, 2.
I'm sorry, kid. That was an honest 3 count.
That was clearly a 3 count, kid. Yeah, that was my version of that.
Holy fuck. Did this news get to school?
No.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like,
No,
I would have had enough
no,
self-preservation to leave that at home.
Until this second, this news didn't get out of the backyard. This is all new.
How old the kid?
Early teens.
I was just going to guess junior high-ish.
13 to 15.
Yeah.
Roundabout.
Boy, someone starts building a human-shaped body in the backyard. A teenage boy.
My parents probably had their radar up, like, listen.
Keep an eye on that doll.
Oh, shit. No, it's for wrestling, I bet it is.
You kissing that doll? Holy shit. You're like playing the play-by-play of a first date.
Sitting at the picnic table in the backyard with it.
You look very pretty, Vanessa. Why, thank you.
Oh, you've dropped your napkin. Have mine.
What a gentleman. You have a tape deck in its chest with pre-recorded lines. You mix the tapes up so you can handle different scenarios.
Holy shit.
I'm allergic to shellfish.
Ooh, let me get the waiter over. We'll get that taken out of here.
Let's go to Ponderosa instead. Holy fuck.
You know, I saw the boy put a wig on the wrestling dummy.
He was putting on his confirmation dress clothes.
I'm getting dressed up. Got gel in my hair.
Where you going, buddy? I got a pretend date.
I'm honest.
Yeah, you're
trying to hide it.
You're
at all.
excited about it. Like,
Carrying a corsage.
Can't get good at this unless you practice.
Holy fuck.
What a weird thing for a parent to have a talk about. Like, what am I doing wrong?
Like, you for sure let it go on, but under observation for a while.
Yeah.
But at some point, you're going to have enough.
Like, they start to wonder why you're so, like, fucking coquettish with the doll. Like, at this point, I want him to make a move. This is boring. Gonna friend zone himself with that doll.
Holy fuck, and then he does.
Yeah.
Vanessa and I are gonna just be friends.
Yeah, you make another doll that's her friend so you can ask her questions about Vanessa. She likes you, but she doesn't like you. Oh, shucks.
Oh, dang. Well, that's okay. I respect her choices. Holy shit.
Since you and two human dolls playing fucking board games. Just having fun nights.
Playing Yahtzee.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I knew there was a reason I didn't tell anybody about that wrestling dummy. That thing's probably still in the farmhouse in the basement somewhere, waiting to terrify somebody.
Oh, my God. Holy shit. Someone buys that place to make a bed and breakfast. Hello, what's this? Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
It smells like sweat.
This closet is full of nightmares.
That doll and 3 butterfly knives around it. That's all that exists in one room.
Phew.
Oh.
Real vulnerable day I've had. But yet I have the gall to be like, you imagine some kids like karate?
Yeah.
How dumb.
Were you maybe too young for this? Because I think you kind of got into wrestling a little later than I did. I remember, I never owned one, but WWF made those like pillow buddies.
Wrestling buddies.
That were meant to fucking suplex.
Yeah. They're basically, like, I had a couple of friends who had the wrestling buddies.
Yeah.
And, like, they're not quite what you want. You know, you can't throw one in a figure four or anything like that.
The legs were barely there. It was almost all upper
like
body.
the arms don't really move that much.
Yeah.
It's a fucking pillow, for lack of a better word. But yeah, I had a couple of friends who had those for sure.
You could fucking give a mean bulldog with one.
Sure. You could drop an elbow on one.
Big lariat. Yeah. Chicken wing suplex it all day.
Yeah, all day.
Atomic drop doesn't really have an ass, but you can try.
Can't really throw the sharpshooter on there. Can't lock it in.
Nothing, no lower body shit.
Yeah.
But belly to back suplex is my God.
Sharpshooter's a complicated one. Yeah. You need a friend with long legs for a good sharpshooter.
I remember being at a house party, there was a tutorial going on because someone was arguing what a Texas clover leaf is.
Oh, sure.
One of the smaller kids was made to lay down and have the scorpion versus the Texas clover leaf. And finally, he's like, this is starting to hurt.
Yeah.
Can you guys stop doing this to me?
You guys get that in the wrestling ring, they don't crank on it like an asshole, right?
Yeah, they're working as a team in the wrestling ring. Yeah, a fucking figure four done maliciously fucking hurts.
Sure, yeah.
Jesus, I haven't had it happen in a long time.
Get a fucking camel clutch, tear your fucking head off.
Yeah, that was my finisher in our backyard wrestling.
Of course it was. I feel like, well, never mind. I was about to say, I feel like wrestling with a wrestling dummy is a little less nerdy than having an actual backyard wrestling league with your buddies, but no, I don't think I'm right, actually.
Yeah. You know, you make do with what you got.
Yeah, yeah.
If all of a sudden a bunch of kids move next door and have backyard wrestling, it would be the best day of your life.
Oh, my God, I'd have loved it.
Hey, new kid, come join us. There's a ring.
What?
You're literally running in circles in excitement. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
I take one bump, start crying. Turns out I don't like it at all.
Hit the ropes once, collapse into a heap, just wailing. I know I've talked about this in that podcast on the fucking that honky tonk wrestling I used to go to. They just, hey, come in the ring and fuck around, which that's a great thing for, like, probably didn't have any liability insurance.
I was about to say that seems like a liability nightmare, but
I did the one. I got to see what it's like. Did the full run back into the ropes. It's like running into a fucking cattle guard.
Yeah.
Like, there is no fucking
They're
give.
cables. They're not ropes. They're metal cables.
Believe how bad it hurt. That was bugging me 2 days later at work. God damn it. And one guy mentioned, especially if you're a big guy, your body's momentum pushes you hard as fuck, you know? Like, he's like, once you get used to it, it's good because then you can really repel off it.
Yeah, and I'm sure you build up a callus of sorts, even if not literally. Yeah. You just get used to it.
I think that's when you sign up for wrestling school, you're basically running the ropes and
for doing weeks, probably. Yeah.
Basically, trying to make you quit.
Yeah.
Because it used to be wrestling was like a fraternity.
Like,
they wanted only the people that were insane about it. You know?
Mick Foley talks about it in his book. I forget who his trainer that broke him in was, but he'd like a kid would mouth off or like even just didn't like him for no reason. He'd take him down on the ground like, okay, we're gonna do a move, but then just drop a knee on the back of his foot and break his fucking foot.
Yeah.
Now he's gone.
Yeah.
You know.
Think of that.
Like what a bunch of fucking crooks.
Yeah. Or I've heard the story enough. I wonder if it's not just Hulk Hogan telling lies. Wasn't it?
What? Hulk Hogan tell lies?
Because I can't remember who didn't like him when he decided to get into wrestling. The Briscoes loved him because they saw how big he was. And they're like, hey, man, you need to try out. And Hiro Matsuda was the guy that trained him and promptly broke his leg the first day.
Oh, I've heard that. I've heard him tell that story, too.
I feel like that's around enough that it hasn't been refuted. That maybe it's true.
At the same time, I find it really easy to believe that someone didn't like Hulk Hogan. I get it.
You know, some of the video footage of the Stu Hart's thing, the way where he's like calmly explaining what he's doing. Those guys sound like dogs in pain.
That's like watching the Stu Hart dungeon videos are almost like watching a beheading video. You're like, what is happening?
I don't like people making those
Humans
noises.
can make that sound.
Jeez. And those are like young guys in shape.
And he's an old man.
And they're helpless.
Yeah.
Holy, that's got to be a terrifying feeling.
Yeah.
Like, You don't know what he's doing, but it's gonna suck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull on this arm a little bit. And oh God!
I wonder where was he old enough? He was part of wrestling when there was more of a shoot aspect, like
oh, for sure.
Go to
like
a county
carnival
fair
shit. Yeah.
and like, yeah, I'll beat the toughest guy here.
Yep.
Like, Jesus, that's a hell of a way to make a living. You don't know who's in that crowd,
right?
You know, like, and he wasn't this 6'6", 300-pound Goliath.
No,
he's just a normal, muscular,
very stout for his size,
guy, you know. But like, guess that's what you're fucking doing, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
the days of like the circus strongman,
yeah.
like. I always love the circus strongman aesthetic, like from any cartoon or any like old poster that survived the Depression, like, and that big handlebar mustache, big black and white vertical striped tank top, or sometimes a onesie,
often bald-headed.
Yeah, with a just like a barbell with the round weights on either end.
Just insane design. It can roll away.
Yeah. Like, here you go. This weighs 400 pounds, and by the way, it can move. Imagine if that thing gets up to speed.
Holy fuck. Break your leg in a way that will never heal right again.
Just shear it clean
Oh
off.
my God. Like, if I thought about that long enough, I could have a panic attack. Holy, that'd be terrifying.
And they're aesthetically, from a physiological perspective, they're not like, a perfect upside down triangle, thin at the. They got kind of a beer gut. They're a little like barrel shaped.
Yeah, totally. Barrel shaped is the right way.
I love that.
Big broad chest with a big broad gut too.
Yeah.
Looking stick legs.
Yeah,
no leg day.
I drink dinner 5 nights a week, and I can throw this cannonball across the street.
And I'm wrong. Some of those guys did have big fat thighs.
Big tree trunks, yeah.
Yeah. Big all around.
That's a good look. I think we should all aim for that look.
Dead at 50 of a heart attack.
Worth it. See how far he threw that cannonball? Worth it. Man, that's why I like the Metrics World's Strongest Man physiques so much, because that's just modern that.
Yep. Can you throw this telephone booth over this wall? I love how silly, like you got to swing this thing over this fucking high.
How silly the events get. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to watch 3 hours of it, but I'll watch the best of a fucking.
Who can throw a car door the furthest?
Who can lift this giant ball onto this pedestal?
Yeah.
A lot of that kind of shit.
There are standard events. Like, that's a standard event, the Atlas Stones.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while, they just throw in some silly shit.
What are some of the other standards?
There's the. It's called something fingers, Goliath fingers or whatever. It's like, imagine a series of long logs. They're usually metal or
yep.
And then they're pinned at the end, and you gotta pick up and like walk it above your head and push it over.
Yeah.
And clang, it lands on that side.
Like I forgot about it.
And they get heavier as you go. Heavier and longer, maybe?
Yeah. Something, and then you're getting so gassed by the end of it.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, you maybe could call like truck pull a standard event.
That's most of the ones I've seen. That's part of it.
Yeah, but then there's always some silly shit in there.
Yeah.
Deadlift a car is a pretty standard one.
Yeah. Did they ever do a tug of war?
I don't think so, because I don't think there's a lot of them where you're directly against another
it's
guy.
Always a time trial.
It's always you against the house.
Yeah. Yeah, just make them fight.
Holy shit.
Some of those guys are so big, they're probably not good at fighting. They have no range of motion.
Yeah, I bet none of them are good at fighting, actually.
I bet Bruce Lee gets on one of their backs, they're done. They just can't reach him. Because I know there's some guys that get big enough they can't wipe their ass.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah. God, what a life.
Yeah. I bet if that's what you're going for, that's a monumental
That's a big day.
I got so fucking swole I can't touch my butthole.
It even rhymes.
What a fun thing to say at your high school reunion.
Holy shit.
How have you been? Well.
My traps are so big I can't get to the doo-doo.
Great opening line on the dating game. Bachelor number 3. Trap's so big he can't get to the doo-doo.
Like, because that's what it is. It's like your traps in your back muscles. You like can't turn all the way. Like,
And the host keeps trying to bring it back to Bachelor number 1. The woman only asks questions. Wait.
So do you just shower every time?
Yeah, mostly.
But even then, how do you get at it in the shower if you can't get to it on the throne?
I have a comforter I lay out and scoot across it.
Holy fuck. I have too many real questions about, wait, what happens now?
Listen, I'm not going to date any of these guys. I just want to know more about the poo-poo man.
Holy shit.
Just hoping I'd meet a woman who would do it for me.
Jesus
What a thing.
Christ.
He thinks it's romantic. Would you wipe my butt? Holds out a roll of Charmin on a pillow.
Would you do me the honor? Talking to her dad.
Yeah.
I want to ask your daughter for her hand in butt wipe. I'm sorry? Holy scatrimony.
I'm an old-fashioned guy. I just wanted to check in with you if I get your blessing to have your beautiful daughter wipe my ass. What? It's my trap muscles. I don't give a fuck.
Get out of my kitchen. Get out of my house.
Can you believe how big my delts are?
Don't you come back here again.
Sir, please touch my traps.
Man,
Feel the density.
I think Holy Scatrimony deserved better, but what do I know? You're a tough crowd.
Yeah.
You no sell like a motherfucker. A fucking Will Ospreay over here.
Yeah. There's so many super kicks. Endless super kicks.
Oh, shit. None of them mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet none of those guys can fight to get back to where we were.
It's like fighting with action figures. Just swinging straight arms.
A lot of splashes.
Pow, 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 pow. None of them can jump.
Oh, shit.
A vertical leap contest in the world's strongest man.
That's what they should start adding in. Events that they physically cannot be good at.
Long jump. Watching them run and jump would be so wild.
Cone running drills.
Yeah. It's like trying to stop a semi, like the momentum.
They're gassed down on their knees dying.
It's so top heavy.
Phew.
It's one of the events that just no one finishes.
Yeah.
They just have to see who made it the furthest.
Yeah. You would have to make those events worth less than the great big main events, though, just because otherwise you would have guys get smaller to get more even scores to do better.
Yeah.
So you would have to make them worth almost nothing.
Yeah.
And this geek show is just for us.
Yeah. This isn't to make them a more well-rounded athlete.
We just want to see how many hula hoops your monsters can do with your big gummy bear bellies. One, and that's it. Everyone tied for last with one.
First one to do a cartwheel wins.
Day 47 of the Metrics World's Strongest Man event.
Magnus for Magnuson. Still trying to do one cartwheel.
This is now a memoriam event. After Olaf Olafsson was killed in day 3.
Crushed by his own girth. Jesus. Someone bursts into this hotel room and puts a gun to your head. You do a cartwheel in 15 minutes or everyone in this room dies. Do you even attempt it?
Of course. Of course I attempt it.
I just feel like I should die with dignity. Ain't no way.
I haven't lived with it, so why die with it?
Yeah, holy. I can remember being young enough what it was like to take the running start to attempt to do one. That was fucking 38 years ago.
There's an 88% chance, cartwheel or not, I could not put both palms on the floor. So if we put both palms on the floor, we're doing a push-up is all we're doing. We're attempting to do a push-up is all we're doing.
Imagine right now running and jumping and putting a hand on the ground and having the belief it's going to hold your weight.
The confidence.
Yeah. No, my momentum will carry me onto my other hand. What? And I'll just land right on my feet. How?
Well, I've already got them splayed out, and the centrifugal force is going to carry me through. No. Boom. That's... Yeah, I will try my hardest, and you and I will both die in this room, is what will happen.
What a hotel room to die in.
I honestly figure it'll probably be one like this.
Yeah, this is how it ends for a lot of folks.
This line of work, look around.
Would you want to know if there was a service that you could type in the address of your hotel and the room number, how many people have died there?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I'd be fascinated to know.
It might not even change whether or not I book that hotel. It's just curiosity.
If I could get a screaming deal on a house where a family of 10 was murdered, I'd do it every day. Every day.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah, that's the storage room, I guess.
A house is different. Like, I would still buy the house, but it would always be in my back of my head a little bit. Like, oh, this is where he finally snapped, huh?
Yeah, it wouldn't be completely out of sight, out of mind.
This is the closet where the shotgun was. Yeah. Like, it would always be in my mind.
Then you open it to take out your fucking baseball cards, like,
Oh, yes.
This closet could hold many things.
Oh, there's a shell back here. Like, way at the back of the shelf.
Yeah. I don't like that.
I don't like that. The cleaning company should have got that. I don't. You know, I have long scoffed at the idea of, why does every podcast need to be on video? But looking at you in this hotel bed.
Really coming into my own in my mid-40s.
Holy
Got like a Buddha vibe, kind of. Like a Buddha after a dirt bike wreck vibe. Like, all needs help getting out of bed, but is very content.
Dirt bike Buddha. Holy shit.
Dirt bike Buddha. He's a chip off the block. Dirt bike Buddha and the Schoolhouse Rock.
Holy shit.
This is insane. You're gonna have to help me move. I'm so fucking for the listeners, I'm like made the mistake of trying to I couldn't decide on sitting upright or laying down.
So you did both.
Yeah. And I got a fucking hair in a bun, so I can't rest my head properly against the back. So it's a wreck.
But you're sitting up just enough to where your shoulders are against the headrest. Yeah. Your body is at a 15-degree angle.
Sweatpants way too high.
Holy moly.
So much ankle meat
You look like a caver that they got to call the feds to get out.
I bet right now there's a body frozen on Everest in this position.
100%. Yeah.
Not a dignified way to be found.
I don't know. You look kind of cozy.
Peaceful.
Peaceful looking word for it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You look like you're in a hospital bed and somebody gave the lift just one burp. That's all they gave you.
They lifted me up to give me my meds and forgot to put me down.
You could drink water if you needed to. You're that upright.
It'd be not good, but yeah, I could. I'd be dribbling.
Well, I mean,
not much different.
At your age.
Yeah. Feed me applesauce right now.
Fuck. What a thing for somebody to walk in on me feeding you applesauce in this position.
Who's a big boy? I guess I am. Good job.
I'm the big boy.
Yeah. You just discovered middle age that you have a passion for male nursing. Call me Lawrence Nightingale.
No, we will not. Holy shit. Showing off them ankles.
Yeah.
Those sweatpants are pulling up on the bottoms.
Hike these up. We could have all sorts of things going on.
Ugh.
Muffin tops, sheet cakes, moose knuckles. Real trip to the deli.
Oh, boy. Whew.
I'm going to have to roll over. It'll be real. I can't just scoot down. Then I will give myself a wedgie. Oof.
You're going to have to just kind of fall over.
Yep. I'm going to wait till after the podcast. I'm going to retain my dignity until then.
This is going to be an 18-point turn to get you off of that bed.
You might have to like Heimlich grab me out by the waist.
Holy moly. You look like the Pope and preacher. Holy shit.
Really done it this time.
Which Dune 2 monster is this?
This better be the end, boss. Oh, my God.
Well, we'll go tell jokes once we get you up out of this bed.
Get you in your joke pants. I got to change clothes still.
I got to shower yet,
Yeah.
so yeah, we better get to it, I guess.
Well,
Go spread a little joy in this bleak world. That's what we're here for.
tune in next week to see if I got into my comedy pants.
Or got out of the bed,
Or
frankly.
if I wore my nutsack stained sweatpants on stage.
Oh, boy.
An assault on all the senses.
Oh, well, find out about the Sea Breeze sweatpants next week, and I'm going to just hope for the best. We'll see you then.
Bye, everyone.